This one athlete changed the game. And he did so by choosing the HBCU before it was popular. This one athlete had offers from Penn State, Alabama, Georgia, but chose the I Love because he felt comfortable with the campus, he felt comfortable with the people there, and it felt like family. After pro day, after showing scouts that he's that dude, Dejaun Nugget Warren is prepared now because Jackson State prepared him. And I'll chime in. What's good, everyone? This is RawTruth Media giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Please like and share this video throughout all social media platforms. Positive day, positive Sunday, peace and blessings. Dejaun Nugget Warren, a man who has grown up with Jackson State. Now he's graduated. He represented his family well. The next step is for him to be either drafted or to play at a pro league, XFL, USFL. But what is amazing about Dejaun Nugget Warren is no matter how many adversity came his way, he stuck through, he persevered. And he showed everyone that you can be successful going to an HBCU. I want y'all to hear clearly, this is not an anti-PWI, anti-FBS, but here's some truth. Just because you go to Alabama, Texas, Florida, Florida State, and many others, Clemson, Georgia, doesn't guarantee you to go to the pros. There are a lot of athletes that go to these schools that don't make it. But I know one thing for sure, there are a lot of HBCU athletes who have become either standout marquee players or Hall of Famers. But representation matters. And it's important to shine the light on HBCU draft prospects because talent is not an issue. When teams go, and I'm saying HBCU teams, when they go and play FBS team, the difference is the trenches and the depth. But the skilled players, they can compete with anybody. But here's what Dejaun Nugget Warren had to say about his journey to JSU. And then I'll chime in after that.
So Dejaun, we're talking about you possibly getting to the NFL, but your path to get to this point has been absolutely incredible. You know, coming out of high school, going to Lackawanna Junior College, being the top-rated corner coming out of Lackawanna, committing to Georgia after getting offers from everybody, but then you opting to go to Jackson State. And then at Jackson State, because you talked about the competition there earlier, you know, we don't see a ton of starts. We don't necessarily see a ton of stuff that shows up on the stat sheet, yet here you are under the microscope to go play football in the NFL. What about that journey, and why can't people just look at the stats from Jackson State and get a true evaluation of you?
One thing my grandmother always told me is to stock and shine no matter where it's at. So everywhere I went to, I always had that mentality that no matter where you are, you can make it no matter what your circumstances are. So coming into Jackson State, I just kept that mentality. And like I said before, God, he just gave me the opportunity to showcase that. And now you guys are able to see that I am who I am.
Even in high school, Nugget, you got to overcome some academic adversity. It would have been very easy for you to quit at that point. What caused and fueled all the perseverance you've shown to get to this point now, a month away from the NFL draft?
The one main thing it taught me, though, it humbled me a lot, though, because it showed me that in order to be an athlete, you got to be a student first. You can't do nothing without the grades. And I had a lot of good people in my corner as well, because it was times I wanted to give up, and there's times I almost have gave up. But it was just the people I had around me, man. They got me out the house. They kept my mentality strong. And one friend, he had an ID for the military base. And they got a free gym as long as you get the correct paperwork and, whatnot. So every day we'll go to the gym and we'll just work out all the way up until it was time for me to go to Lackawanna College.
This interview was so great to hear because I'm tired of, and I got to keep it trill and real, family. I'm tired of the sentiment that you have to leave a HBCU to make it, when that's not even guaranteed. And they're pressuring these kids. And you got coaches of all kinds, poaching players, telling them, man, roll with me, go to my school. You're going to get the spotlight you deservedly need. But an HBCU program has what you need. All you need is weights, check. All you need is belief from your coaching staff, check. All you need is coaches who care about your progression as a man and as an athlete, check. All you need is your people, check. Let's talk about it. You don't need all these nice facilities. It's great to have, but it's not going to determine your future on being a pro. Look at how many small school players that came from the FCS who are balling in the NFL. They come out of nowhere, and people will be like, man, I can't believe we passed on them. Same thing happened to James Houston. I myself and many content creators told you that James Houston is a baller and he should have been drafted early. They didn't want to listen. They're like, oh, you just YouTubers. I told them his strengths. I told everybody his quick twitch, his moves. They didn't want to listen. Film don't lie. And if Dejaun Nugget Warren is not drafted, that's cool. He could take the CJ Holmes approach, go to the XFL, the USFL. Matter of fact, CJ Holmes, he should get looks from NFL teams. Because ever since he's came back, and I know the Orlando Guardians only won one game. They defeated the undefeated DC Defenders. That was a great matchup, by the way. But since he came back, the Guardians' defense has been improving, and it's a lot different. Nugget can have that same impact if he's not drafted to the NFL. But he has a speed, 4.3 plus, athleticism, height. All he needs is reps. I don't know Dejaun Nugget Warren personally, but I'm proud of him, and I'm proud that he overcame so much. These are the things we need to talk about. I'm not here to talk about soap opera bullshit. I'm here to talk about lives being changed from these young men so they could grow up to be husbands and pillars of their communities. And they could teach the next generation that I made it out, that I made it to the pros, or I became a successful businessman because of the degree I was able to get from an HBCU. That's what we should be talking about. But good luck to Nugget. I believe in you, young brother. Keep God first as always. This is RawTruth Media. Y'all stay blessed, and I'm out.